Life is not a journey for the faint-hearted. It demands courage, resilience, and an unyielding spirit to navigate its unpredictable terrain. In a world that often encourages passivity and compliance, the call to embrace strength, determination, and even ferocity can seem counterintuitive. Yet to truly thrive, one must be prepared to face challenges head-on, transforming adversity into growth and failure into wisdom. It is often said that it is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. This sentiment underscores the importance of being prepared for life's battles, even if they are not immediately visible. Strength does not come from avoiding struggle, but from learning to endure and conquer it. It means having the discipline to sharpen your skills, the courage to step outside of your comfort zone, and the persistence to keep moving forward when obstacles seem insurmountable. This journey of self-mastery and growth is not without its hardships. The path will test your resolve, pushing you to your limits before revealing the rewards of perseverance. However, the struggles you face today are not the end of your story. They are the foundation of your transformation. Every setback, every failure, and every moment of doubt is a stepping stone toward becoming the strongest version of yourself. Success is not measured by the absence of failure, but by the ability to rise each time you fall. The road to greatness is paved with difficulties, but it is precisely through these difficulties that we discover our true potential. Growth is uncomfortable, and change is often painful, but both are necessary for transformation. Remember that the most beautiful flowers grow from dirt, and the brightest stars are born in darkness. Embrace the monster within, channel your competitive instincts, sharpen your focus, and harness your energy. The key is not to suppress your power, but to control and direct it toward meaningful pursuits. Learn to balance strength with compassion, power with humility, and ambition with integrity. With each step forward, remember that as long as you keep going, you are not defeated. Growth demands sacrifice, but it promises rewards far greater than the trials endured along the way. Prepare yourself mentally, stay focused, and never surrender. The world needs warriors who can stand tall in the face of adversity, ready to shape their destiny with strength, purpose, and resilience. Let each day be a new chapter in your story, one where you refuse to give in to fear or doubt and instead rise boldly to meet the challenges that lie ahead. The battle may be hard, but the victory is worth it. Push forward, because the best version of yourself is waiting on the other side of struggle. The journey to greatness requires not just physical strength, but mental fortitude. It's about cultivating a mindset that refuses to settle for mediocrity. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, every obstacle a lesson in perseverance. The world may not always see your efforts, but your growth is not for the world to judge. It's for you to feel, to embody, and to use as fuel for the battles ahead. There will be moments when self-doubt creeps in, whispering lies about your abilities. It's in these moments that you must remind yourself of your purpose. Focus on your goals and trust the process. Champions are not made in comfort. They are forged in fire. Their victories are not accidental. They are the result of relentless pursuit and unyielding belief. You must also be willing to face solitude. Growth often demands separation from the familiar, from the comfort OHAT is known. It's in these quiet moments of isolation that clarity emerges. Use this time to reflect, recalibrate, and reignite your passion. The loneliness of the climb will only make the view from the top more rewarding. So, arm yourself with determination. Let your actions speak louder than your fears. Be bold, be brave, and step into the unknown with confidence. Remember, it's not the absence of fear that defines courage, but the ability to act in spite of it. With every step, you're writing your story. Make it one of triumph, resilience, and unstoppable willpower.
You should be a monster, because everyone says, well, you should be harmless, virtuous. You shouldn't do anyone any harm. You should sheath your competitive instinct You shouldn't try to win. You don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to be too assertive. You want to take a back seat and all of that. It's like wrong. You should be a monster, an absolute monster, and then you should learn how to control it.
It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
It's like, is there something wrong with being competitive? There's nothing wrong with it. There's something wrong with cheating. There's something wrong with being a tyrant. There's something wrong with winning unfairly. All of those things are bad, but you don't want people to win. What's the difference between trying to win and striving? Striving, other than death, all failure is psychological. This failure, this upset, this catastrophe, if you aren't dead then, it's just psychological. Now, this does not mean that you won't lose some battles, because you will. We all will.
Every transformation always gets worse before it gets better. It's supposed to be that way. It's not an easy path. It's not for the ill-hearted or the weak nature. It's for the strong people. And before you embark on this journey mentally, you have to prepare yourself for you. No one's gonna get worse before it gets better.
When you embark this journey, you must know that it's gonna go down before it comes up. But when it comes up, it's gonna go so much higher than you've ever been sacrificing today for tomorrow's betterment.
Unless you're dead, you are not defeated and you have not failed. What you've done is you learned, you gained experience, and you're still alive, and you have memories to make. So get up and go get after it. As long as you don't surrender, as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, then you haven't failed.
I mean, it's time to stop. No, it's time to move even further. We're constantly looking at life. What is it? What is it? Where are we? You know, look how interesting. Look at different cultures, different beliefs. You know, how do they come to that? How do I feel about that? How do you know? What do I think? It is a daily adventure. You have your voice. It's there. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Create. You know, don't let anyone stop you.
You will go through things, and while you're going through them, you can't understand why it's happening to you. But after you go through it, you get back and you look at it and you say, oh, now I understand why I needed that lesson. I couldn't understand it then. But after I got through it, then I saw that that was preparing me for bigger and better things.
You have to be equipped mentally to endure this process.
Life is not meant to be easy, nor is it meant for those who shy away from struggle. It is a battlefield where growth demands sacrifice, where progress requires persistence, and where strength is forged in the fires of adversity. You will face moments of doubt, times when the weight of failure feels unbearable, and days when quitting seems like the only option. But it is in those very moments that your true character is tested. Will you shrink or will you rise? Will you surrender or will you fight? You must understand that setbacks are not the end. They are lessons. Pain is not punishment, it is preparation. Every failure carries with it the seeds of wisdom. Every loss hides an opportunity for growth, and every moment of despair holds the potential for transformation. To endure is to build resilience, and to keep moving forward is to claim victory. But make no mistake, this path is not for everyone. It's not for the faint of heart or the easily discouraged. It's for those who dare to dream bigger, fight harder, and push beyond their limits. It's for those who understand that greatness demands a price and are willing to pay it. You must be ready to face the darkness before you can truly appreciate the light. And when you emerge on the other side, battle-scarred and unbroken, you will realize that every struggle was worth it. So be the monster that knows how to control its power. Be the warrior who chooses discipline over chaos. Be the one who faces fear and moves through it. Stand tall, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. And when the world tells you to stop, to play it safe, to stay in your lane, keep going, Don't stop until you've built something worth fighting for, something that stands as a testament to your strength, your courage, and your refusal to quit. Because in the end, it's not the wins or losses that define you. It's the fact that you refused to surrender, that you dared to try, and that you chose to rise every single time you fell. This is your journey. Own it, fight for it, and never ever give up